she's back around. He must have kissed her, and you swagger on in with that old familiar flair. Just when inner peace had left me lucid, enter scene the power of desire. My shadow checked to see if I'm still stupid, if hunger to be helpless still sets my soul on fire. Hello, jealousy, my oldest flame. Before I up and turn my life around, you know, you've always been my favorite pain. Now I'm back to the bottom and slowly spiraling down. When will I be free of my lust for you? Taking all the breath out of my lungs, I thrill to take that blow. Oh, I implore you, I'll writhe in agony until this ancient game is won. Hello, jealousy. Back before I had done a lot of personal work to interrupt the negative patterns in my life, I kept finding myself in situations that allowed me to feel a lot of jealousy. And I would keep these feelings to myself mostly, but I would just be agonizing all alone, and I'd get a lot of really good songs out of it. And since I've done a lot of healing work, I don't actually write songs as frequently as I used to. But a few months ago, I guess, something caused me to feel a little bit of jealousy. Nothing like I used to feel, but just recognizing that feeling that I hadn't felt in a long time, I kind of was just like, oh hey, it's you again. And so I got that idea of hello, jealousy, I must have missed you. And I had that line just kind of sitting in my songbook for a while, and the whole rest of the song just flowed to me a couple weeks ago. And I have a lot of songs from the past that are technically about jealousy, but they're about a specific relationship in which that jealousy was felt. And this one is really just about jealousy itself, and it has this new perspective about how we keep repeating the same situations that cause us the same pain because that pain is a familiar comfort zone. And the ego loves to play the victim and blame other people. But if you can recognize that it's your own subconscious unmet needs putting you in these situations, when technically you might know better, you might be able to recognize these red flags, like, oh, this is the kind of relationship that'll cause me blank, and it'll just be like all the other times. Or even in situations where it's not as obvious and whoever else is involved has some other way and kind of tricks you into it. There's some point where you probably know better, but you go into it anyway, maybe kind of hoping that it'll be different. If you can recognize that you're putting yourself in these situations and it's your subconscious that wants it because it's this familiar pain from, your past trauma coming up, like this secret kink that you have around it because of that. And if you can recognize it and kind of celebrate it and really allow it to be seen and not be hard on yourself, just realize it's not an uncommon thing in a human being to feel these things and feel this way and want these things until you're healed from it. Then, once it's out there and accepted, you're free to let it move on, and you can start creating the life that you actually want. And that's why this song, from this perspective, is a conversation between me and jealousy itself, and not a conversation between me and whoever might be making me jealous at the time. And a lot of this concept is inspired by the work of Carolyn Elliott, who is someone I went to high school with, but in recent years I've learned a lot from her work around shadow work and healing and magic, and she has a concept called existential kink that she has a whole book about, but she uses it also in a lot of her courses that she's taught. And it's this whole concept that if you embrace your shadow desires and accept them, then you can free them and, have the life that you want. And her work is inspired also a lot by the principles of Carl Jung, who had a lot of these same ideas. And musically and lyrically, this song, I didn't realize this while I was writing most of it, but when I was really getting a feel for what was going on with this song musically, I really heard the voice of Cole Porter in it, and he's definitely a songwriter that I really love and have been influenced by, and just the way he writes his lyrics and a lot of old swing songs really did that kind of embracing of shadow desires openly. And so it's been kind of fun. It's a little bit of a departure from the kind of music I write now, but with this new perspective, it's fun to be able to delve back into these kind of dark, human, visceral feelings again and have good songs come out of them.